You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.
Do your children love learning? At the Institute for Self-Mastery, we've been homeschooling for 10 years. We didn't just hop on this because of what's going on now. Check us out, the Institute for Self-Mastery, ismhomeschool.org. Peace.
Hit the like button, share, subscribe, so we can notify you when's the next time we vibe on Serious Minds. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.
Peace, greetings, everyone. Greetings. All right. Quan S. What's good, man? Shout out to the Serious Minds family. All right. Give thanks to everybody for coming on this evening. Of course, you all already know this is Professor Griff. All right. What's up, Charlie? All right. Mr. Stutter Man, what's good with you, bro? All right. Stutter Man, you want to come on and talk about that at February 1987 release, this Public Enemy joint? Let me know. All right. If you would like to advertise your event, please do so. If you'd like to advertise your event or your business right here on Serious Minds RNTV, you can do that by giving me a call or a text 678-557-2919. If you would like to support independent black media, you can also do that by starting right now. If you're on IG over here, just hit the Cash App, $ Professor Griff. They say, yo, Griff, I got like $2 left over from my stimulus check. Here you go, bro. All right, if you're over here on YouTube, hit the super chat down at the bottom. Make it happen. All right, and if you're somewhere in between, like Facebook, Periscope, wherever you are, go to my website, www.professorgriff.me, and hit the donate button to the top, to the right. And, of course, you can go directly now to become a member. All right, we meet twice a week. You can become a member for the Serious Cipher. Go right to my website. Go down to the right. You'll see Serious Cipher. Click that. Join. Do that right now, fam. All right, the class for this weekend is full. Thanks to everyone. The firearms class is full. I'm going to say that one more time. The firearms class is full. Thank you very much, Quan. Really appreciate that. The USCCA Basic Handgun Fundamental class at the Georgia Firing Line in Marietta, Georgia, 10 o'clock this Saturday is full. Now, you can hit me up Text me or email me at seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com if you want to get on the list for the next one, which is coming up in March. All right. Okay. Quan, I really appreciate you. Thanks for helping me push this. All right. Okay. I have one more thing to put in place for this conversation tonight, which I'm putting it in place now as we speak. All right. So how's everyone doing? I've gotten some messages from last night. Some very interesting ones. Yeah, they said, Griff, you too rough, you too hard, you too mean, you too. Yeah. I don't know. Don't know. I don't even know what to say to them people, man. Yeah. Joe Mullins, what's going on? All right, family. Tonight's going to be an interesting discussion, if I do say so myself. All right. Dan and Megan. Oh, thanks for the donation, Dan. Really appreciate you, man. Dan stepping up like a fat rat in a cheese factory on the Cash app. All right, fam. Charlie, I will be in Boca Raton and Miami the 22nd and 23rd. Anybody else wants to come see the Black History 101 Mobile Museum, I will be there. I'll be in Flint, Michigan on the 26th. If anyone wants to come to Flint. All right. So let me know, fam. Now, I was studying today. I had the pleasure of studying Dr. Amos Wilson's work, Angela Davis, Joy DeGruy. And the last thing I kind of put on my brain today was Jane Elliott, since I mentioned her last night, to make sure the overzealous coon, we wanted to make sure he got the information. And so I went to go check some stuff out. Maybe I wanted to kind of check some stuff out to send it to him. I don't have his phone number or his email address, but I'm just thinking maybe Jane Elliott could have helped him out. So what I decided to do was just kind of look up some stuff today so that we can remind ourselves that racism, white supremacy is a system. All right. Nah, come on, Joe. People are not doing the Gorilla Glue challenge. Nah. No, you're not serious. Come on, man. The Gorilla Glue challenge. Nah. That's hard for me to believe. Nah, I can't believe that, man. The Gorilla Glue challenge? Yeah, I was studying Amos Wilson, and I was studying the psychology of self-hatred. Even when it comes to the Gorilla Glue chick, it's just like, what is it about black hair, about black skin, about who we are as black people that black people hate so much? So much so you want to destroy yourself. All right, so yeah, I'm just trying to wrap my brain around it. I don't know. Maybe we need to look up the politics of black hair and what does it mean? Does anybody else's hair have so much controversy surrounding it? But it seemed like it's black hair, black skin, black lips, black hips, black butt, black breasts. black people, period. That anytime we show up, I mean, Karen's done call. I mean, it's been so many Karens. They've named some of the things that they've called the police on us for. I mean, Karen called the police on us for. Sleeping while black, walking while black, singing while black, eating while black, being black by black, like barbecuing while black. Thank you, Edwin Wallace. Just bird watching while black. God damn, I forgot about that one. Barbecuing while black. Minding your own business by black. Walking through the park by talking in oxygen while black. Sitting in your car while black. Hanging with black people while black. It is ridiculous, all of the things that Karen done called the police on us. Just renting while black. You said American Airlines charges extra for black people. Well, that's one of the points I wanted to talk about tonight. Selling water while black. It's very interesting because I have an article here that says Uber, Lyft algorithms charge more for rides to non-white neighborhoods, study says. And this is an actual study that they did. So the algorithms will find out what area code that you are from, or you're going to, or you're leaving from, and the algorithm will charge you more money. Buying Starbucks while black, I forgot about that one too. Having your own Dell cell phone by black. So, this idea of being black, I guess if white people are not defining who we are and setting the parameters on any and everything that we are allowed to do while being black, then I guess you're going to break the law. We talked about the Casual Killing Act last night. And we talked about a few other things. Sleeping while black, I forgot that one too. It says a new study analyzed over 100 million ride-share trips in Chicago has come to some disturbing conclusions that some suspected all along. Both Uber and Lyft are using algorithms that discriminate against riders seeking to travel to non-white neighborhoods. Is that shocking or surprising? Chana B says, American Airlines charge extra for us blacks too to fly. She said, I'll never fly with them again. Salute. Yeah, Quan, the new book is coming, but we're actually having a meeting this Sunday, and I'm giving everyone an update on the book, Get the Green, Black, and Red in. All right. Thank you for mentioning that, Quan. Gaffney, South Carolina in the building. I ain't never got gaffled like that. All right. The article goes on to say, Salon reports that researchers at George Washington University in Chicago, Washington, D.C., cross-referenced the rides with census data to get an up-to-date snapshot of the racial demographics of the areas traveled to. And based on the analysis, study authors Aileen Kalskan and Akshat Pandey found that when passengers were either picked up from or headed to minority and or lower income neighborhoods, they were charged more per mile. This is Uber and Lyft. Yep, I forgot eating while black. Hell, being born while black. So the algorithms that Uber and Lyft use charge more to leave from and go to non-white neighborhoods. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Why? There was an article I think I read today. Let me see if I can find it. There was an article I read today that it said that black kids don't even feel safe in white neighborhoods. All right. Black kids do not feel safe in white neighborhoods. Young black men expected increasingly scrutiny, surveillance, and even direct targeting when in areas that have more white people than they have typically encountered, the study shows. So, yeah. Now, what are those things that your white friends say, family? What are those things that your white friends say that they don't think are offensive? But as Jane Elliott puts it, it's very offensive. Let me see if I can go to Jane Elliott's website to show y'all what I'm talking about. Y'all over here on IG, come on over to YouTube. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to talk. We're tearing the page out of Jane Elliott's, off of Jane Elliott's website. Okay. Jane Elliott basically says that when these statements are typically made by white people should realize that these are very offensive. Like when white people say, you know, I don't see color. It is very offensive. It's very offensive because, yes, you do. All right. Family, let's stick to the subject. All right. So now, these are typical statements. Let's go down the list and let's see, have you ever heard any of these statements from your white friends? All right. But before we do that, Stutter Man, where you at, man? Sean Carter, give me that date of that Public Enemy album release, man. Was it February 10th, 1987? First Public Enemy album? Come on, man. You're supposed to be getting me this information, bruh. Stutter Man, where you at? 1987, I was 27 years old. The Public Enemy album came out before my 27th birthday. Shout out to the brothers in Public Enemy. All right. Shout out to everyone associated with Public Enemy. All right. The Public Enemy family. We released that, what? February 10th, 1987. What's that? 30 years? 30 some odd years? What's that? Give me the correct number. How many years? $34 years? Damn. Long time, man. Long time. Shout out to Public Enemy. Yo Bum Rush the Show 30 some odd years ago, February 10th, 1987. So these are the statements that are typically made. All right. You still have your album from high school? God damn. 34 years and popping. All right, Mr. Charles Williams. Alex Little said, yeah, insurance rates are higher in the hood. Everything is higher. Falk 6 says 34 years. Shauna B says 34 years. 34 years, fam. 34 years. And all of us are still alive. You said you were 10? Damn, you was 9 in 1987? All right. I was 27 years old then. Need to know. Peace. What's good with you, man? Anyway. All right. You done violated the community guidelines, bro. We got to block you. You're officially blocked. Joe Mullen said, I met Chuck D at his first book signing. Damn, Big Ben Wilson said, I was 1. God damn, Ben. Adrian says she was 16 going on 17. All right. Oh, give thanks, Doris LeGrand. Really appreciate you. What did you miss? You missed it. Somebody was on here talking about they hate Jane Elliott and she's an old ass white woman and blah, 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 blah. And that's childish, man. We don't even do that. I make sure I listen to Jane Elliott every other week. I mean, every other month, pardon me. I can't do it every week. She was on with Angela Davis, so I sat and listened to the whole program. Shout out to Jane Elliott and shout out to Tim Wise. I mentioned both of them last night. And we gave that information to the Negro Nigerian that wanted to be the governor of Michigan. Poor fella. Sharon from Compton. You had an 8-track? Well, we didn't put your Bum Rush the Show on 8-track. All right. Sleeping While Black. You right, bro. You ever get stuff in your text messages that's just not news, and people just see when white people control the language and to control the narrative and the reality of black life, they determine what is news. Lisa Bonet's ex Lenny Kravitz wished her husband a happy birthday. That ain't fucking news. That's not news. Ain't that something like fucking normal? That's not news, though. Damn. I said I wasn't going to curse this show. I'm going to be nice. All right. We got a long list to go through. So y'all ready? All right. Once again, these are typical statements that white people make. Let me know how y'all feel about them. When you hear white people talking, they might say, just what do these people want anyway? Have you heard this statement? I need the white people to stand up in the room. Come on. Seriously. I need all of the white people. Black people chill for a second. I need the white people to stand up and come. Stand up. Let me hear your voice. I need to hear what y'all got to say for real. The second one is, I don't understand why what you people are saying. Wow, the whole you people thing. I'm just reading some stuff. This is from Jane Elliott's website. Y'all could go there and check it out yourself. The next one is, on the whole, the educated, the upper class, the emotionally mature, and the deeply religious are much less racist. How about this one? Our ethnic groups had no struggle. Other ethnic groups had no struggle. Or other ethnic groups had to struggle. Why is it so difficult for blacks? Is a question that they ask. Yeah. Next one. Angry minorities make me feel so helpless. Are you an angry minority? Do we have any angry minorities on here tonight? Are you an angry minority? Just the mere fact that you're using minority is disrespectful. The next one is, racism exists only where minorities exist. Remove the minorities and we won't have these problems. Wow. 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 As Flavor Flav would say, wow. 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 I know. Akil Bay said minor means child in law. The next one. Now, this is to a minority. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't suit you. You are never satisfied. As far as you're concerned, I can't do anything right. This is the language of racism, white supremacy. This is what white people, uppity ass niggas say and Negroes say. Instead of doing what the fuck they supposed to do, they say no matter what I say or do, it doesn't suit you. You are never satisfied. As far as you're concerned, I can't do anything right. It's a fucking cop-out. Do what you're supposed to do. Try something different. If you could, next one, if you could just get people feeling good about themselves, there will be less racism. Wow. So in any situation, we're supposed to come make white people feel good? White people don't want to be a little bit or feel a little bit discomfort. Jane Elliott asked white people the question, how many white people that's listening to the sound of my voice now want to switch places with black people? How many white people that are listening to the sound of my voice right now want to switch places with black people? I don't know. How about for 2 months, 60 days? You just had a white person tell you to leave the country. I told them there's no return on stolen goods. Oh shit. How about this? Sean Carter said, how about this one? Why can't we all just get along? The next one. I'm not racist, but when it comes right down to it, I wouldn't marry a black person. How about this one? I should not be held responsible for the behavior of my ancestors. That's a big one. I should not be held responsible for the behavior of my ancestors. Wow. You're relinquishing yourself of responsibility. Don't want to take responsibility at all. How about this one? I'm with them up until a point where they want to break the law or do something illegal. Wow. You talking about the number one lawbreakers, man. White people don't give a fuck about no law. Only when it comes to black people, man. How about this one? How can I be pro-black without being anti-white? Come on, fam. How about this one? I'm not personally responsible for the policies of racist institutions, but they benefit you, though. And the structure and the infrastructure and everything in society speaks to white people's greatness, and it speaks against black people. How about this one? The most important things minorities, here we go with that minority shit again. The most important things minorities need are an education and the vote, both of which have failed black people. Both of which have failed black people. We talked about HBCUs last night. I got a few phone calls. One was cool. The other one, somebody wanted to set me straight. Check this one out. This is white people. It says white people would not have to integrate if they don't want to. White people don't have to integrate if they don't want to. How about this one? Love can't be legislated. Check this one out. What are we going to do to alleviate the black problem? In case you didn't get the in-office memo, this is a white male problem we're having in America. You saw all the white males throwing temper tantrums, storming the Capitol. We have a white male problem in America. Ain't that something, Kenny Rob 26? They want to set me straight about white-funded HBCUs. Check this one out. It says every person should be judged solely on the basis of his or her accomplishments, regardless of race. Ain't that some shit? They break your legs and cripple you and then complain about you limping, right? And then wonder why you can't run the race the way they run the race after they done crippled you. Here's another one. We whites should get a little more appreciation for what we are doing to help you guys. You're right, Quan. They have the little penis complex and they have some insecurities. So white males act up. Okay, we can go over the penis envy thing anytime y'all want to. Yeah, Imhotep 17, they're masking their fear. All right, we can go back to the definition of racism, white supremacy in a minute. It says some of my best friends are black. I'm sure y'all have heard of that one. You heard that one. Why? Well, I cannot be racist. Some of my best friends are black. How can I be racist? Some of my best friends are black. Hold on now. Hold on, Malcolm. What you doing to me, bro? All right, where was I at? Every time I express my opinion to a black person, I get put down. Now, this was said to a black person. I've gotten to know you so well that I just don't see you as a black person anymore. That is not a compliment, white people. No. Pinky, what's good with you? On the basis of statistics, it's true that there is a higher crime rate in the ghetto. Is that true, Jamal? Jamal, are you awake? Is that true? Is it like, do you guys commit more crime? Black people are more in tune with their feelings. Black people are more emotional. Oh, no. I see you. No. I see you. But I want to let me ask the question then. Name a place where white people have been, where white people haven't murdered, raped, robbed, stole, kidnapped, pillaged, plundered the natural resources. Name a place. Name a place. Name a place. Where's my water? Name a place. Mars. Somebody said Mars. You funny. You're really funny. Somebody said Mars. All right, we're coming to the end of this. Black people are more, I said that one. In many situations, minorities are paranoid and oversensitive. They read more into situations that is really there. They find discrimination. They find discrimination because they are always looking for it. How about racism? White supremacy is a system, a global, it's a global system. It's a local and global power structure. So we don't have to look for it. It's there in the kitchen. It's there in the park. It's there at school. It's there at work. How many have heard this last one? Why don't these guys just relax? Why don't you guys just relax? Jane Elliott said these are typical statements from white people. Put an X before the statements that represent you or your present beliefs, or an X by the statement before those that represent your previously held beliefs. Then what you do is, please refer to the clarification to typical statements page. So let's click the page. These are the clarifications. Number 4. What was number 4? Number 4 was other ethnic groups had to struggle. Why is it so difficult for blacks? The clarification to that particular statement, according to Jane Elliott, is it shows a deep ignorance of the especially deprivations suffered by black people by whites. It's just a deep-rooted ignorance by white people. And the reason why I went so hard last night is because not only black people need Black History Month, white people need it too. We need to reintroduce white people to who we really are instead of who white people made us. I'm going to say that again in English. God made black people. White people made niggas. Let it sink in for a second. That's all. No, Alex Little, you're absolutely correct. Clarification is a start. It's a start. So we talk about getting the clarification for these things. It's a start. But let's not leave that on the table right where it is. Hold white people accountable everywhere you see them. Hold Negroes and Negresses accountable everywhere you see them when they spew this kind of madness, like the Candace Owens of the world. I don't know about that, Joe Mullins. We can't be that violent. What was number 9? I'm not racist, but when it comes right down to it, I wouldn't marry a black person. All right? The clarification to that particular statement is this. It's a contradiction and self-evident. Why is that a contradiction, family? Can we just kind of pause for a second and stop on that? Why is that a contradiction? And I need y'all to help me seriously. I need y'all to help me dig deep on this one. I'm not trying to be super duper Professor Griff tonight and be this professor teaching guy. I'm still facilitating the conversation, but yeah. Why is that a contradiction? And then what is the self-evidence? According to Dr. Joy DeGruy. Someone said, give us a clue. All right, rather than us waste a lot of time, let me give you a clue. During the peak of what a lot of people perceive to be one of the most racist periods in American history, at the peak, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up, peace sign, Black Power Fist, or something if you're following me. Stick to the subject, fam. At the peak, I'm waiting for y'all's response so I can see, because y'all got a lot of other conversations going on. Thank you, Mr. Frost, Foster, Ramona Black Butterfly, Rich Mitchell. Thank you. You following me? Okay, cool. All right. So listen, at the peak of what most people would think was the most racist period in America, right? Keep in mind, most black people got lynched after slavery ended, not during. Am I correct? Am I correct? Come on, talk to me. Right? So now, during the peak, there were over 600,000 mixed or mulatto children. Where did they come from? Child of Ogun, peace. Thank you, Quan. Rape. 600,000 mulatto and mixed children at the peak. All right. So now, at a time when it was illegal for black people to get married, all right, at a time when it was against the law for you to marry someone from another race. Are y'all following me with this? Come on, fam. Jay Ski, I see you, man. At the peak, there were 600,000 mixed children, mixed babies. What do you think happened, Quan? Eric Adams, thanks for the donation. Ray Jackson, thanks for the donation. Rodney Jackson, thanks for the donation. Alvin Morris, thank you for the donation. Christy Kemp, thank you. Rape and torture. So if black people are supposed to be so nasty, ugly, smelly, all right, more closer to the devil than any other people, all right, diseased and all these other things, what was white people doing having 600,000 babies? You could donate, go to the Cash App, that's $ Professor Griff. That's $ Professor Griff. Just $ and my name, Professor Griff. Thank you, sis. Really appreciate you. But what was that about? So when we start talking about this whole idea of the contradiction, when it says I'm not a racist, but when it comes right down to it, I wouldn't marry a black person. But your father, your uncle, your nephew, and your cousin would rape black women? Is that what that is? So they even looked at raping black women as not being illegal. So it's not illegal to rape black women. It just was not illegal. Yeah, exactly. Rothstein says the book Without Sanctuary gives some good evidence. All right. Yeah, law is one of the 9 areas of people activity, of course. Thank you. Need to know. So, and Kwan said, let's not forget, and they raped young boys also. Jamila Perry, thank you very much for the donation. Really appreciate you, sis. Young boys were being raped also. Rich Mitchell, thank you very much for the donation. All right. Michael Bradley book tells you about the sex abuse. Which Michael Bradley book, Rich Mitchell? Come on, bro. Everybody don't know Michael Bradley. We got to be thorough, man. These are serious minds. What about buck breaking? You just put buck breaking on the screen. Like, what about it? So these are basic things that all of us should know, especially during Black History Month. We should be studying ourselves. And not only studying ourselves, we need to study all the other people that define Black people. Because we think it's an American problem, but Black people were treated like this all over the globe, especially in America. Primo, what is the 3/5 law? I don't understand when you put stuff like that. Look like, what does that mean? I don't. No, you're right. Black men too. Not only Black boys, but Black men were raped. You said, and they still buck breaking. Give me some people that they buck break. They buck broke recently. Child of Ogun, thank you very much. Salute Professor Griffin, everyone serious mind. Give thanks. So they buck break rappers? Like, who are you talking about? I'm not following that. Ramona, thank you very much, Ramona. Vera May, she rested. Oh, okay. Vera May, she rested. Okay. Oh, Ramona. Okay. Thanks, Ramona. Really appreciate you. Mona. Yes, indeed. May Vera rest in peace. Nah, don't tell me that Cory Booker was buck broken, man. Terry Crews. Y'all killing me with these names. I can't even read these names like that. Yeah, don't get me in trouble like that, fam. I should have never asked that question. I know y'all like, so you asked. Daniel Cameron is buck broken in Kentucky. All right, Rich Mitchell coming back to redeem himself. He says, sorry, Uncle Griff. Michael Bradley's book, The Iceman Inheritance. All right. Thanks, Quan. Really appreciate the donation. She put something in the collection plate. Quan. Wow. Yes, butt breaking. I mean, butt breaking plantations were heavy in Jamaica. Wow. Wow. What's up, Tiffany Lorraine? Andrew Gilliam. Carl Kilcrest 51. Anywhere Anglo-Saxons rule was prevalent, they placed Aboriginal people in submission. And they felt that they had to dominate Black people physically. Wow. And this is a very, very real dynamic when you and this is taken from, let me just let y'all know, this is taken from Jane Elliott's website. All right. And these are typical statements that you hear white people say that white people don't think is offensive. All right. So if it were not for the Kiki Wyatts and the Daniel Camerons and the, who was the Negro from Michigan, Austin Chang or somebody, it's just what is a black Arab? The Arabs that were there prior to the white Arabs, kind of. Yeah, you can read that in Dr. Chancellor Williams' book, The Destruction of Black Civilization. The original Arabs were black. I hope I answered that. Or Alfred or Austin? Little Nas X is buck broken. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're right. The alligator bait. He says, don't forget in Florida and Louisiana, they said that black bait, they said the black babies was really, there was alligator bait. I don't know how your pronunciation, your words, it's not correct. Yeah. Yeah, and that's true, Charles Williams. All of us won't make the cut as far as our freedom is concerned. Everyone's not going to make it. Sad but true, but everyone's not going to make it. They're just not. Seriously. Those individuals, the Kiki Wyatts, might not make it. The Daniel Camerons, yeah, they truly have not studied our history, don't know who they are in the greater scheme of things, and don't know their place in history. Frantz Fanon asks us to ask ourselves 3 questions. Who are we? Where are we? And where are we all that we ought to be in this world? We are the original people, indeed. We're the original people everywhere, including Europe. We're the original people everywhere. During slavery, they would bury the belly of a pregnant woman and still beat them tirelessly, according to my grandmother. Yes, indeed. If you didn't pick X amount of cotton, yeah, you still got whipped. Chemo Savvy says, Griff, do you think the movie Judas and the Black Messiah will be a good movie? Yes, I do. Yes. You're right. The court justice always killed after he's no longer needed. Nah, we're not the minorities. The language of racism, white supremacy calls us minorities, but no, we outnumber these people 13-1. All right, so that's Jane Elliott's page. And remember, we started off earlier talking about Uber and Lyft. Their algorithms charge more for rides to non-white neighborhoods, study says. And then this article here talks about, and we know this, the study confirms black boys feel less safe in white neighborhoods because of racism. Because of racism, white supremacy. If you would like to become a member and get notified, all right, of upcoming events and participate in the Serious Minds, the Serious Cipher, you can go to www.professorgriff.me. Go to Serious Cipher, click, and become a member tonight, fam. Quan, we have 20 people. We need 80 people. We need 80 people. All right. Black boys more fearful in whiter neighborhoods, study finds. Research shows young black men experience more anxiety in whiter neighborhoods. The study led by Christopher Browning is a professor at Ohio State University and has extensive experience researching how children's neighborhoods affect their behavior and their health. Very interesting. All right, Quan. It was duly noted. Thank you very much. What info are you talking about, Charlie Ogun? All right. These two articles come from the Grio. That's Grio. All right. That's Grio.com. All right. The other information came from Jane Elliott's website. Just JaneElliott.com. All right. All right. In the last few minutes, fam, talk to me. What's good? Up in the morning, 6 o'clock. Repeat the info. What info, Charlie Ogun? Yes, there was an Arab slave trade, and Arabs did sell black people. We just need to go back in history and figure out what Arabs. Because the original Arab is a black. The original Arabs are black. Now, according to Chancellor Williams and other writers, not Finch, not Charles Finch, Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. Ben, Dr. John Henry Clark, Elijah Muhammad. All right, those are some of the elders and ancestors that have researched that particular thing. You're right, Quan, and so did Africans, and still do. All right, fam. It's Professor Griff. This is Serious Minds. I love y'all to life. Myself and Dr. Khalid, we will be doing a Zoom meeting, so please support it when you see the flyer. Please support it, fam. All right. What's today? Thursday? Yeah, I got some time tomorrow. We'll knock it out. And you'll see the flyer up tomorrow. I might come on for a minute and let y'all know what's going on. We have to have one day we come together so you can see all of the artifacts myself and Khalid El Hakim take around the country. All right. Please support independent black recording artists. Pick up my Energy Code album. All right. I'm gonna have the physical one in a minute, Quan. Thank you, Mr. Sean Carter. It's Professor Grip. I gotta get out of here, fam. Peace. Peace.
Kicked Out of Heaven, the untold history of the white races from circa 700 to 1700 AD, Volume 1, is the only masterpiece of its kind. Learn everything there is to know about the world today, as there was no Dark Ages between the medieval times and now. Visit kickedoutofheaven.com.
The Serious Minds Brain Tonic was created to sharpen the mind by protecting cells and increasing neurotransmitters associated with learning and memory. This is the Serious Minds Brain Tonic. the resurrection formula. This male reproductive tonic elixir is the resurrection you've been looking for. It is a stimulating sexual tonic with mild androgen-like effects that is nourishing to the reproductive system. You can order them at www.professorgriff.me and www.seriousmindsinstitute.com. Just call 678-557-2919. Your health is your wealth. Peace. Greetings, this is Professor Griff, and I want to present to you my custom-made AR-15 30-round mags. Right now, you can get these 4 custom 30-round AR-15 mags. Just call 678-557-2919 or go on my website, www.professorgriff.me. Yours truly, the Minister of Information, Professor Griff. Because serious minds are for serious minds that attract serious minds with serious arms. Seriously.